Hey guys, it's Sarah back with Glam Finds, and I'm here to review a fragrance that I bought probably a couple months ago. I gave you my first impressions on it, but I never came back and did a full review. Things have gotten a bit hectic since then, as you've all obviously been a part of. So I haven't really been able to test it the way that I wanted to, so I figured I'm just going to give you my review right now, and eventually I could probably do a second review down the line if it's warranted. But for now, it's going to be Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. There you go. So there's the box. And I wanted to show you the box because I want you to see that this is the reformulated version. And the reason that you know that is because it's in the little velvet seat. The older one, pre-reformulation, was in like these little clips. I found reviews on YouTube and on Fragrantica and on all the boards. Some say the new one is reformulated, some say the reformulation is the same. So I'm just going to tell you what I think. So it's a cool little bottle. It's a nice little presentation. As a collector, I think it's fun to have in your collection. However, this is supposed to be a club banger, which means that it projects really well. And I don't really get that same experience. Now, I typically do 5 sprays of everything. I do neck, chest, chest, back of neck. Now on this one right here, I did those, but then I also hit both arms. Because the first time I wore it, nobody smelled anything on me. Like, I had to bring my skin all the way up to their nose for them to smell anything, and even then it was really faint. Now when I went full 7 sprays, that actually worked out a lot better. And I actually think it may have been more like 8 to 9, because I think I did a little bit heavier of the sprays on skin and on clothes. I think for that one, I wore it, I would say I got about 6 hours, maybe 7 hours of longevity, and almost 2 hours of projection. Now, when I say projection, I mean maybe not a full arm's length, but like 12 to 18 inches off of my skin. So one guy said he smelled me when I was out kind of walking past him, so that's pretty decent projection, good projection or sillage, whatever. But someone else I actually had to ask, so it was more of a 12-inch kind of situation because she didn't initially smell me right away. But I actually had to ask both of those people what they thought, and I don't typically have to do that. Typically I get comments without really asking anything, so the projection on this wasn't as good as a lot of my other fragrances that would not be considered club bangers. So was I a little bit disappointed? I would say so. I honestly thought this was going to be a lot bigger of a beast than it is. But I will say both of them said it was a very pleasant smell, and they thought it was really lovely to smell off of me. It wasn't like, wow, I can't believe how good that, no, but they said it was really nice. The guy actually liked it more than the girl that I asked that day, so that probably doesn't really say very much of anything. However, it's pleasant. I do like it on me okay, but I don't love it. Now, why don't I love it? It could be for the reason that you do love it. This is insanely sweet. So when they say that bubblegummy Invictus Ultra Male vibe, I get it now. It is so sweet. Now, I'm not the biggest Invictus fan either. I will not purchase any of that line. I purchased Havas because I thought it was going to be a slightly less sweet version, but even that one is too sweet for me. I really don't love super sweet. I like fairly sweet fragrances, but this is like diabetic sweet. It's too much for me. I do think that you're going to get compliments based on the crowd you're around. I do think if you're around younger people, you will probably do fairly well with this. And if you are younger, and I mean around like 20s, you're probably gonna like it. If you like sweet fragrances, because not everybody does. I personally prefer spicier fragrances, things with more tobacco notes. I don't mind sweet stuff, but this is just so insanely sweet. Like, I can't really stress that enough. I feel like this is not something that you blind buy. You need to smell this on your skin because I don't think it's going to smell the same on everybody. So if you like sweet fragrances, this could be something for you, but again, do not blind buy this. Now, another thing I need to say is that this is insanely unisex because of how sweet it is. I do think in modern times, 90% of fragrances are unisex because I think men's fragrances are a lot sweeter these days and women's fragrances are less floral, have more spices. There's really a thin line. I think typically the 10% that aren't unisex are more the old school fragrances. Again, that's my opinion. Either way, wear whatever you want. I don't think it matters regardless. But yeah, anyone can wear this, and in terms of when you would wear it, probably out to a club. Again, you're gonna have to get a couple more sprays to get that projection that you want, but you could also really wear it anytime that it's cold. I think it would be a pretty decent cold weather fragrance in my opinion. So yeah, this may be completely worth the money to you, but I honestly can't stress this enough. If you can get to a store when they're open again, I would give this a smell prior to purchasing it. So that is my opinion of Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Thank you guys as always for watching Glam Finds, and I'll see you guys on the next one.